Welcome back to VEP Wellness Tips with Gary and Larry. Let's talk about adrenaline.
That's why we all went into this, right?
Oh,
We're not working at the Dairy Queen.
It's so true.
Yeah.
I love the adrenaline.
Yeah.
Is there a problem with that?
Well,
too much?
We're talking to a bunch of providers here, right? So people are gonna jump on me if I'm not overly scientific about this. But there is a syndrome that I'm interested in. It's referred to as adrenal fatigue.
Sounds like a chronic problem.
A chronic problem. So it's the idea that for those of us who are in highly sympathetic professions, cops, who many of you know I work with quite a bit, docs, and high-level executives who have a constant level of, at least in the cop world, situational awareness, or at least in the doc world, that constant underlying sympathetic
just stress
of not knowing what's coming in next, what your night shift. I always find the most stressful thing is going into a night shift, like not knowing what you're going to walk into. You know, are there going to be 20 charts in the rack? Is it going to be empty? That just underlying sort of stress, or as a medical director, that underlying stress of always wondering if your phone's going to ring because somebody's been in a car accident, or it's that underlying base. It's not the big stuff. It's not like the code that we all went into this for, the gunshot wound.
The spike in adrenaline.
Yeah, that we love, right?
It's kind of just that it's always up there at a high level.
That constant stress of the person with the Cheetos asking you about when their discharge instructions are going to be done, or that constant concern about your phone ringing and shift coverage needing to be done.
You know, I think for me, like, I had these big boluses of stress too frequently. And I was telling you, like, when I did 24-hour shifts at Sonoma, at the end of that shift, I was so, like, hot and wired on adrenaline. I mean, it felt incredible. I was probably a little addicted to it. But the only way I could go to sleep was carb overload.
Oh, man. Burrito bar at Emmanuel Medical Center. All you could eat.
Is that the best for your health?
No,
is that a long-term, sustainable way to live and healthy lifestyle?
Yeah.
And I think we know the direction that adrenal
fatigue
overload leads to fatigue.
That
too much
constant
adrenaline.
sympathetic, you know. And so one of the things that's interesting is, like, what's the cure for that? And it's a crazy one-word cure that most of us are not familiar with, and it's called rest. Rest, which is different than, like, okay, it's my day off, I should go bike 60 miles or work out or just rest. I think most of us are, I know, I speak for myself, I just find truly resting to be a very difficult thing to do without either guilt or my head moving forward.
What do you mean? You don't mean sleep, you mean just like a day off where you're not like working or doing something.
Yeah. They say that one of the best cures for burnout is doing something just for the pure pleasure of it.
Enjoyment of doing something you actually like.
Yeah, which is different than, like, and that may sound kind of strange, but that's different than saying, oh, you know, I'm suffering from burnout, I'm overworked, I should go work out. I should go read this book on burnout.
So what do you like to do that's just pure enjoyment, that's not a should?
I'm ashamed.
Do you do this? Do you even have that?
I like to veg. I really, you know, people are all proud about how they don't have a TV or whatever, but I do.
What do you watch?
I love to find, my wife Sandy and I will find a great Netflix movie or something in the middle of a Saturday afternoon if we both have it off. She's an ER doc as well.
Yeah.
And I like to veg, and channel surfing is okay stuff for me.
Totally.
The other things that I've started to do that I didn't really give enough credit to is just going for a walk, as opposed to like the 60-mile, hill running. No, I mean just going for a walk.
Kind of dialing down Gary Tamkin.
Yeah. There was a time where I felt like the walk that might be spontaneous in between meetings somewhere or something, or particularly with a friend, almost didn't count. It's like I was still on that walk thinking like, okay, I got to go get my workout in after this. Or that it's not until I started doing more of that, particularly with a good friend, that I realized, wow.
Yeah, what does it do for you? What does that get for you? How does that...
God, you can see me there. I was just there for a moment.
You're in
This
a
is
good
kind
place.
of fun. This is like a walk with you, my good friend.
I'm having a good time.
It does. It gets me in a different place, in a different way than the workout or the other physical activities. Just being with a friend.
Like relaxation or enjoyment or...
sharing a story, catching up with people. I also find, particularly like with my guy friends, you know, it's like I spend, I love and cherish the time with my wife, but I also have found recently that like spending some just good time with, making some time for some special friends who I haven't connected with in a long time, whether it be old college friends or new friends like you.
Yeah.
We went and had that bike ride.
It's a good time.
That it's that's totally different for me than the other physical activity that I also think is really
I totally know what you mean. I think the space in my life that I allow myself that more than anything else is time with my daughter.
Oh yeah.
To have fun. I actually do fun.
Enjoy it now. I can't get my daughters to even,
She's 7. My daughter's 7. Your girls are teenagers.
Yeah, 12 and 15 now, yeah. So enjoy it now.
I love to go to movies, but they're all animated. I haven't seen any like real adult movies in a theater for a long time.
Oh, you watch a lot of adult movies.
That's a different kind of relaxation, and maybe we'll get to that in another video.
If it works, whatever.
But we play video games or board, just like, it's just fun. And to kind of talk about, it feels like a luxury, it almost feels, there's that kind of that little, you're running this thing that's like, no man, you always got to be doing and building and learning. And it's like, no, part of life is about having fun and enjoyment and relaxation.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one. Patient satisfaction is important, but so is provider satisfaction. That's why we're doing these videos.
Be well. You're a precious resource.
We'll see you next time.